Hey guys, Tactical. I wanted to do a video on the hydro setup that I've been playing around with, and this is by no means anything like professional or whatever, but I had an original design in mind that I changed. I was going to use those containers on top of that table, which has been taken apart and put back together a couple of times, and that's a lot of water to put up there. And I just installed this floor, and if that table took a spill and that water went all over this floor and I had to replace it again, I would be pissed. So I already have this top one set up. There's two cords here, and one is for a heater, one is for the water pump that would circulate water from one container to the next. And then I've got the bulkhead fittings that I was going to use and all the PVC, and the lights are up there too, but I changed my mind on that just because of the weight issue. But what I am running right now, and seems to be working pretty well, is I've got those two buckets which were under the grow lights until I moved some stuff around, and that one green onion in this hydro bucket is blowing up. I'm really hoping to get seed off of that one. It's kind of hard to see in the not so good light right now. But then you've got that other modified wicking bed. I call it a wicking bucket. So you've got the bottom part is rock, and then there's some weed cloth, and then there's a pipe here that I water through, so the water comes up from the bottom, gets the bottom of the soil wet, and then the top of the soil is dry. And I have another one of those down here that I'm trying to get a pepper going in. Then I've got those tomatoes that are doing pretty well. This one I just set up, and I took some cuts off of those tomatoes and put in there to see if they'll root. I think they probably will, but they're not looking too happy right now. And then I put a note on my phone as to what I put in each row, and I just did one row of each thing. So the front row is legend tomato, I forget what the other tomato is in the row behind it. Then there's bell pepper, jalapeno pepper, and then that back row of tomatoes. Same thing with this one. I've got a note in my phone, so the back is mint and the rest of that's jalapeno peppers. I did decide that that container is way too much water to lug without a pump system. So I won't be doing that again indoors unless I figure out a way to run a hose up here, which is entirely possible because I could just go through the window right there. But anyway, I guess the last thing I've got going in here is that little pot right there, and I put a bunch of lemongrass seed in there that was kind of old to see if any of it would germinate, and so far nothing has. Yesterday, I think it was, I tried to trick one of my Jamaican friends told me about, where you just take your hand and disturb the soil, and it sometimes will trick the seed into germinating. So we'll see if that actually works. But I'm probably going to wind up moving some of this stuff around and trying to get some of it outside, just because we've got some nicer weather. And then that setup is going over to my neighbors. So anyway, once I get something else going here, I'll do another video to update on it. Until next time, guys. Bye.